What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? You know, I'm not really into doing spotlight videos. Me personally, I would rather just shout out somebody when it's relevant within my normal content. Not only that, but my buddy Brian of Brian's Man Cave. See what I just did there? I did that. Just started a series of spotlighting YouTube channels that he enjoys watching. So I don't want to seem a little repetitive or like I'm copying or whatever. Though it has been something that I've been toying with here and there over the past maybe 3 or 4 years. You know how this channel works, right? And maybe here in the future what I'll do is I'll highlight like 5 channels here and there and be like, hey, look, you should really follow these guys. But chances are if you follow me, you're following a lot of these cats anyway. However, there is one channel in particular that is boggling my brain why they do not have a larger subscription base than they actually do. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. So, I'm working on the Castlevania 4 video, finishing up stage 3 and going into stage 4. And it's been kind of a shit show, a train wreck. I got to the boss, and of course I got defeated, but I went to save my progress so I could just get right back to the boss after, you know, filling up on weapons. And I saved it at the continue spot, which brought me back to the beginning of stage 3. So I got to fly through all that. And we'll get to it. It's a shit show, but it's still fun. I'm having a good time. But the channel I want to talk about today is a channel called Retro Nonsense. There's a gentleman named Duke over on the Twitters, and I believe it's Duke0. Oh, I got it written down. Why am I going off at brains? 0619. All this information will be down below. I met Duke some time ago. Through the Cartridge Club Network. Another great group of guys that I've enjoyed following and interacting with. Maybe not as much as of late as in the early days of my YouTube channel. A lot of these guys I met through that Gamer Geek Nation when I was an admin over there. Just another great group of guys. But I want to talk about Duke himself primarily. He has a YouTube channel called Retro Nonsense, and I'm sure you've heard me talk about them periodically throughout my YouTube's career, I guess you'd call it, whatever. My experiment in artificial stupidity here on the internets. He uploaded his first video back in, I think it was June of 2014, yeah. And his format was pretty cool. It was interesting. It was him and 3 of his children. He has 2 sons and a daughter. And they were real little kids at the time. And it was fun over the course of the past handful of years watching them grow up. And they would sit in the line. They would talk about what they've picked up lately. Their video games, what they're watching. Stuff like that. Him sharing his love of retro culture with his kids. And of course they were into the modern stuff as well. And they would just literally have a chat about what they were into, what they were playing, thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. And it was a great format, and I really did enjoy it. Though I can kind of see where some people who may not have children, maybe just don't like kids, could be a little, I'm not into watching kids, because kids will be kids, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter how much editing you do, kids are still going to be kids. To me, I enjoyed it, and it cracked me up every time, especially that little girl is. However, and this is just the creep speculating, those kids are becoming teenagers now. So, they've not necessarily moved on from this kind of thing, but the whole let's hang out with dad thing probably is a little further and fewer. There's probably more school activities or after school activities. And of course, that whole adolescence thing of my parents aren't as cool as I used to think they were. So, he hasn't really been doing that aspect of the channel. And what I think is really great is he decided to come up with a concept and adapt it to his new situation on YouTube. And he came up with this, I guess you'll call it a series, called Stuck in the 80s. And to date, I believe there are 10 episodes, or at least 10 videos, maybe a promo here and there, for whatever, that I've been absolutely enjoying. And I go back and watch them every now and again. So the premise of the series, and I'm not going to give you too much because I want you to go over there, if for anything else, to find that playlist and just go through them. As he was doing a mod to a 2600 and some ecto cooler got inside of it, and it fucked up some temporal loop in the universe, and he can't remember the 80s. And if he doesn't fix the fractured timeline one item at a time, the 80s will have been gone. And his sidekick is an Atari 2600, and the brain of it's called a 9T8T. 9, 8, the numbers, and the you know, you get it. You get it. And it's ingenious. It's not anything we haven't seen before as far as us talking about the shit that we love. But it's done in such a way that's just so entertaining. It's funny. It's informative. And of course, it brings back a lot of nostalgia. He doesn't just talk about the video games. He talks about toys. He did an excellent one on Viewmaster. Oh my God, that was one of my favorite episodes. Of course, he talks about the cartoons that we used to watch. So it's pretty much everything that you and I are into for the most part. So I got a whole bunch of stuff written down here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Retro Nonsense. He's part of the Cartridge Club. Duke0619 on the Twitters. This guy only has 338 subscribers. And that's why I'm making this video. There is no reason why this cat's not into the 4 digits already. So, this is the Creep's cry out to you, the call of action. Go over to Duke's channel, even if you're not into the things with his kids, which is still amazing. If anything for that playlist, Stuck in the 80s, he just uploaded a new one yesterday, I believe it was. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to find out for yourself. But let's just say it's probably going to be one of his more popular ones. But it's about Nintendo, okay? And everyone knows I'm fucking sick of Nintendo. But yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to say. So go follow Retro Nonsense. If you're on the Twitters, follow him there. I've given that name a few times. I'll put all the information down below. I want to see this cat's channel explode, whether he wants it to or not, okay? And yeah, that's really all there is to it. I'm really enjoying, this is for you, Duke. I'm really enjoying the Stuck in the 80s. I was kind of bummed out when I started seeing your uploads kind of dwindle a little bit, but I get it. I figure I have kids. I have kids that are adult, married, and have children on the way. I'm going to be a grandfather soon. What? And, of course, I got the 2 little girls here who are just 11 years old almost. So, I get it. But this new series is amazing. Duke is such a nice guy. Knows his shit. And it's just more of what we love. And it's a family friendly, if that's what you're also concerned about for all you cats that really love the No Swear Gamer, which is another one of my top 3, if not my favorite YouTube channel of all time. It's right up that alley, but in a different format. So guys, go follow Retro Nonsense and Duke anywhere and everywhere you can. Check out the Cartridge Club if you haven't. They're on many platforms. I'm pretty sure he can lead you to all of them. I'm very lazy on the internet, so I couldn't really tell you where they all are. So guys, that's all I really want to say. I got to go fight with this Castlevania bullshit. And I do have a random video of unboxing or opening just random toys that I've laying around that I can either not get rid of or I really don't really give 2 shits about. So, but I thought it would be fun to open them up on camera and give you like a pseudo review. So guys, go follow Retro Nonsense or else. Or fucking else. And that's it, guys. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Go ahead and leave feedback, thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Hope you're doing well. Until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye.